it's here it's Tennessee, so we're gonna get the best guys here. That's just every year. Every time we're out there, it's competition. Nobody has a spot, nobody's comfortable. We're all working to get better.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Tennessee adds their 13th commitment in the class of 2023. Tyree Weathersby, three-star defensive lineman out of Douglasville, Georgia, makes it official. He is in the boat. Grab an oar. Let's go to work. Welcome to Rocky Top. But he makes that announcement tonight. It is now official. Tyree Weathersby has committed to Tennessee and kicking off what I think is going to be a fun ride over the next week and a half for Tennessee football on the trail of recruiting. You've got Christian Conyers scheduled to make a decision on July the 3rd. Feels like there was a little bit of nervousness there. The visit to Kentucky, how that played out, comes back into town, comes back to Knoxville for an official visit. It sounds like Tennessee has the momentum there. And then the big one that everybody is waiting for, five-star offensive tackle Francis Mauigoa, scheduled to make his decision on July the 4th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to go live. We are going to go live at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to kind of lead up to it. Then we're going to share the stream. We're going to watch it live on air and see his decision. Also, you got one of the top 5 players in the class of 24, Jonathan Eccles, scheduled to make his decision on July the 4th. Cam Seldon, Jalen Smith, a lot of guys making decisions. And Tyree Weathersby, the three-star defensive lineman, kicks it off today. We're going to get into it and talk about his game, what he brings to the table. We're going to talk about three-star U because I know that's what people like to talk about. But as always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy, it helps the channel. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, you're wondering what this is. Well, we're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. For the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. So let's take a look at it. Again, Tyree Weathersby. You can see there, 6'4", 251-pound defensive lineman out of Douglasville, Georgia. Going to be interesting to see where he ends up once he gets to Knoxville. How much weight does he put on in the weight room? But you can see there, three-star prospect on the 24/7 Sports Composite, 50th ranked player out of the state of Georgia, 64th defensive lineman in the country. And I know some people are going to start to question it. They're going to say, well, it's going to take better than that. Three-star U. Here's another three-star. There's one guy that I trust more than anybody on this coaching staff when it comes to player evaluation and player development, and that is Coach Rodney Garner. I'm going to go ahead and put the highlights up on the screen here so you guys can take a look at Tyree Weathersby, and then you can hit the comment section and let me know what you think of his game. But again, when it comes down to player evaluation, player development, the one guy that I trust more than anybody on this coaching staff is Rodney Garner. And we've seen it time and time again. We saw it last year, late in the game with James Pierce, a guy that really didn't have that big of a recruitment, didn't have much momentum, and then all of a sudden it kind of took this big boom late in his recruitment, ends up being a 5-star prospect in the class of 22. Rodney Garner seals the deal, gets him in the boat. We've seen the development. We've seen the development with guys like Matthew Butler getting to the NFL in just 1 year under Coach Garner, the step that he took. We've seen it with guys like Dejon Terry. We saw it with Caleb Tremblay. Rodney Garner has a track record of developing guys on the defensive line. The recruitment of Tyree Weathersby, kind of similar with James Pierce, talking about a late boom. Coming out of 2021, Weathersby did not have a single Division I offer. Now he holds more than 20 halfway through 2022. He got an offer from Tennessee back in January. He camped in March. Then he came to Knoxville for an official visit last weekend, and that kind of sealed the deal. They got Tyree Weathersby in the boat on that trip. Here's the quote from him. Said, man, it was fun, connected with the players on the team, the new recruits, and, of course, a couple of players commit this weekend. It was a couple or something like that. Anyways, it was just fun. And, of course, the coaches. He says, we have a great relationship. Always talk to the head coaches. Make sure that it was just an amazing time and I really enjoyed it. He goes on to talk about them making him a priority. Said, I definitely feel like more of a priority. They made it known that they want me and they need me. Goes on a little bit to talk about Coach Garner, his relationship with him. But again, we're just a little over a year into the Josh Heupel era. And every kid that comes on campus, they talk about the same things, the family atmosphere, the culture, just how important that is, and that it's authentic. It's not put on. It's not a show. And I mentioned that in the video earlier today when I was talking about Josh Heupel and being relatable and being able to, understand what Nico's going through. And Nico and his dad, his family talked about just how important it was because Josh Heupel has been there. He's done that. He's played on the big stage at the elite level, and he can relate to these players. You see it with NIL. When he talked about, when he was playing and wanting to be able to brand himself and that he would have liked to have been able to make some money back at that time. And he relates to these kids for that. And I think that is a big part of it. But again, with Tyree Weathersby, a kid that just did not have a single offer after last year. We're starting to see him come along. Look, some of the recruiting websites don't even have him rated because that's how he is coming on late. It's gonna be exciting to watch Tyree Weathersby this fall as a senior in high school, to see how far along he comes, to see if there's any type of ratings boost. As far as how Tennessee is going to use him, again, you look at his weight, you look at his size. 6'4", 251 pounds. How much weight is he going to put on his senior season? How much weight is he going to put on during the offseason? Then once he gets on campus in a college weight room, they asked him about what position he would end up. He said, I'm playing D-end strictly, so I'm most likely going to be a strong side. He said, I ain't going to be a Leo, nothing like that, because I'm already like 250. He says, of course, they're just going to want to put weight on me. So how much weight do they end up putting on Weathersby? How big of a frame? How much can he hold? Is he a guy that's going to add enough weight that maybe you could slide him down inside? Because when you look at the class of 23, who Tennessee already has in the boat, Caleb Herring, 4-star edge rusher, number one player in the state of Tennessee, 6'5", 206 pounds. He's a true edge guy. You also look who they have on the defensive line. Nathan Robinson, also listed as an edge guy, 6'5", 268 pounds. So how big of a frame can how much more weight can he add? Listed as a 3-star prospect. Of course, you've got the athlete, Trevor Duncan, just got bumped to a 4-star, but I think he ultimately ends up on the offensive line. But again, Rodney Garner. Rodney Garner can look at that frame, look at that body of work, decide what he wants to do with him, what direction he goes. Where does Shandavion Bradley end up? Hopefully Tennessee gets him back on campus late in July. Once the recruiting period opens back up, then I think he is set to make a decision sometime after that, maybe in early August. So we will see. But again, the one position that I don't question, I know that Rodney Garner is going to get the best out of his group. He's going to evaluate the best, he's going to recruit the best, and he's going to develop them. But now Tyree Weathersby is in the boat. When you look at what he did in high school, 2021 as a junior, he was his region's Defensive Player of the Year, also earned All-State Honorable Mention honors, had 67 tackles and 6 sacks. For New Manchester, who also made the playoffs in Georgia, lined up mostly a 4 and 5 technique in a 3-4 front. So you guys know what to do. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. You had an opportunity to see some of his highlights there. But again, Tyree Weathersby makes it official. He has committed to Tennessee. Going to be a busy, busy month of July. The next couple of weeks going to be a lot of recruiting talk. Going to start bringing out the first glance, a look at each opponent. As we head into the 2022 season, we're going to start to transition. A little less recruiting talk, a little bit more talk about this football team that's going to be competing this fall, but try to bring you guys as much content as possible. But again, hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. If you have not done so yet, make sure you smash that thumbs up on the way out the door, and also go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. Any and all support, greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for tuning in, always leaving your comments, having some interaction, always a good time. This is your channel, and we appreciate all the support that you show us. Thank you to all the new members of the channel. You can also join the channel. Hit that join button down below. Financially support what we are trying to do. The more of you that support that, the more content we can bring your way. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.